So as we close in on Football Manager 2025, what do you want to see in the game? I posted this on my Discord, linked below, and asked my followers what they want to see in Football Manager 2025, and this is some of the things which people have said, some of the things which I think I want to see happen for the new Football Manager as well. One of the first things that was mentioned is the press conferences. And as always, when you are taking press conferences in Football Manager, they just become a little bit boring. I always find down in this bottom left corner, as I remove myself from the screen, you can almost pretty much just click the positive ones and nothing really matters. Now, I know what some people are going to say, it does matter, select through them, change it. Now, I try to take all my press conferences. In my Build a Nation series, I am trying to take as many as I can and answer thoroughly by reading the questions, but they do become very same. Now, to an extent, how can Football Manager change this? How many questions and answers can they actually even have? How can they adapt this? I'm not going to lie, I have no idea off the top of my head. I just want it changing. So make sure you do comment below. Let me know how you think Football Manager can change this specific issue. Now, one of the next things that was mentioned is bookmarks. Like when you are watching on the internet, you have all your bookmarks on the top, so you can jump quickly between different pages, different screens. Now, I actually use a custom skin on Football Manager called SAS, and within that skin, I have the ability down in this left-hand corner to have my bookmarks. And if I click on, for example, I've created 2 on this mini save I did on Twitch and YouTube. If you do want to see my live content, links are in the description below. You can just click on, for example, the recruitment focus, and it'll take us straight to the recruitment focus page. Youth candidates takes us straight to the youth candidates. And it's such a small thing to be able to create bookmarks in the bottom corner of your screen. But it's so useful. In my main Build a Nation save, I have things like the coefficients bookmark down there. And it's just very useful, very easy and very effective to be able to jump quicker than you can in the base game. So that type of feature would be very welcome by me. Now, this next one I thought was very fascinating. Something actually I quite like the idea of. Maybe now as a manager, maybe you shouldn't be taking control of this, but this feature within the game would be fantastic. When you think of Manchester City and the City Group, when you think of Red Bull and their clubs all over the world, the ability for your club to buy other clubs from around the world. So, for example, we are Burnley. We've just finished with Burnley on our Twitch series. On Thursday night on YouTube and Twitch, we are going to be starting a European campaign, and every Monday and Thursday of the next few weeks, we're going to take charge of a different nation and try to win the upcoming European Championships. But, for example, Burnley could look at signing Cole Ramblers in Ireland. They could look at signing a team, buying a team in Northern Ireland. So instead of just having an affiliate club, you build your own empire, like the City Group. We could have the Burnley Group. I'm just trying to think of something random, but I like that idea, just to add a bit more depth to the affiliates. Now, you can set up affiliate clubs so you can exploit their academies in different countries, but the ability to create your own academy, so as you become a powerhouse in England, you can say to the board, maybe we should set up our own academy in America. Maybe we should set up our own academy in Asia, in Africa. I like that idea. So maybe on the affiliate screens, you have a drop down and a third option of your academies, and they get intakes. They get youth candidates. Now that, in my opinion, is probably up there as one of the best feature ideas I've heard or seen someone mention. The next one was star players bringing in endorsements which helps club sponsorship. And I like that idea. If you sign a Messi, for example, now you do get more money comes in through shirt sales, etc. But maybe that can be enhanced in terms of how much that actually affects a club. That is something maybe. But let me know below what you think so far of these ideas and what ideas you want to see in Football Manager 2025. Now, the next couple are ones which personally I don't like the idea of, but at the same time, I know there's a lot of people in the world of Football Manager who do want this. So the first one is the ability to customize your stadium more. Just small things like if you want 1 giant stand, 4 giant stands, etc. Now, for me, as the manager of the team, I prefer not to even have a input in that. In my opinion, asking the club to build a new stadium should be removed, or to improve the training ground. That should more be based on the ambition of the chairman. If you have a chairman who's very ambitious, he will look to do that. If you don't, maybe he will save money, he will skimp, he will set a budget and say, I never want to go over it. Things like that. I don't know. Maybe they will say, if you can make the club self-sustainable, we will build a new stadium, we will improve the facilities. Also, the ability to improve ticket prices was suggested in the chat. Again, another one which personally I don't want to see come in. But I do understand a lot of people want to kind of fiddle with that aspect of the game. The final one mentioned in the Discord was if you have a player who is unsure about joining the club, you can maybe offer them a tour of the club. Maybe have a long discussion with them. Maybe have weeks where they are welcome at the club. Them kind of things, just to kind of motivate them to stay. At the minute, you can offer a trial to a player, and then you don't really hear anything else about that. Maybe you've got to have daily conversations with him when they're on trial about how they are finding the club. What do they like and dislike about the club? Can you make any changes through that? If they say they don't like a specific staff member, etc., you can maybe delegate a different member to be with them while they're on trial. That kind of thing. Bit more of a hands-on approach. But there are some fantastic ideas from our Discord community. Some great ideas as we look and journey towards Football Manager 2025. I am excited to see the changes I made. It's supposed to be the start of a new era for Football Manager. Football Manager 2024 was talked about as being the last of its generation. So what are we going to see in the new Football Manager?